Hi Aries, how are you? Nice to see you. Mary Ellen here coming to you from Moonrise Cottage for your monthly uh, soul path and life path reading. So we've got some beautiful oracle cards coming out. I think this is what my guys want to speak about. That's the theme in a sense. So that's the Ace of Cups. So we're going to be talking about love a little bit, but I think because I've changed things up, there are going to be bi-weekly rather, love readings so that I can focus back in on this. So if you're new, welcome. All the links for me are below as always. There are many different price points and types of readings on my website. Please go check it out. The new meditation, quantum meditation with frequency vibration, sound vibration, it's called Nada Yoga, starts on the 2nd of May. If you'd like to join us, please click the link below and go to the website. The link for my Patreon page is also there. I'm inviting everyone to join me. We're building community. When I decided to expand, I thought I really want to build community because my mission from my guides is to weave the tapestry. So we're going to continue to do that work. Very affordable. All the extended readings will be there. At the moment, there are 2 tiers. One is $3 for the extended on the monthly readings, and then $11.11 for the extended for all the love readings for one low price. So I'm hoping, my guys are yelling at me. They're saying, I should have said donation, but you get the point. So please come and support me there. I would really, truly appreciate it. Gang, let's jump in. When we see these type of cards coming out, we know there's a very impactful month coming forward. So it's interesting because we're talking about actually a certain kind of progression. The cards, they actually came out this way. So antelope came out first. And if you look at the text, it really just talks about being active. It's time to be doing, taking an action, rather than allowing yourself to continue to be dormant. It's hard to believe that any Aries people are dormant at this point because April was filled with all kinds of intense energy, Mars energy. So the other thing that's below is go look at the links for the astrology. Look at what ushered in the month of May. I believe it's full moon in Scorpio. So a lot of moving forward, a lot of transmutation. You know, the indication of going very deep, perhaps, through some challenges that were difficult, bringing forward your movement into the energy of the sacred council. So Lizard is about the dream time. So that's what you're supposed to be doing. And what's interesting is from the journey of love, 2 cards came out, and the first one was Dream a Little. The second card was Ethereal Touch. So try to be light. Try to be wielding the Aries energy in this way for the month of May. It might be a little challenging because of all of the Mars aspects, etc. Just please go look at what basically the Sacred Council is saying to you. They want you to go and have a meeting with them. They want you to be walking your month with the higher mind, with your guides, whatever your sacred council is, whatever that means to you, in a very, very mystical way, sacred way, to be walking upon the earth, touching those around you with your energy, and dreaming into your future. That's what all these oracle cards are basically instructing all Aries. I'm an Aries rising, in case you don't know. That's what we're all meant to be doing. Well, let's see if we can get this to stand up. So, Ace of Cups. I was shuffling the deck, and I stopped because I want to show you this. Based on a progression, I guess we are talking about the healing of love energy. I think that's what's going on, and removing blockages. So while you're moving forward and you're going into the dream time, consulting the council, having ethereal touch, and dreaming into your future, that's what May is for. So I'm going to put this right here, all right? Ace of Cups being the theme of my reading, of well, my guides are calling. They just yelled at me and said, it's our reading. And yes, indeed, it is. So, Ace of Cups and then Two of Cups, a dialogue about art, the art of loving. So, as we all know, a lot of frequency shifting, a lot of energy shifting here upon the earth in these days. So, as we walk through 2021, we're going to talk about it. We have reached a certain destiny now. If you haven't been following along your own astrology, it's time to get out your chart and start listening to Molly McCord and Pamela Gregory and the other spiritual astrology folks that can help guide you so you really understand your journey. So Aries, we think you're the warrior sign. So in the month of May, I think your challenge, your battle, is going to be manifesting with love energy. It's not something we think much about when we think about Aries, but the truth about Aries is that you are the carrier of radiant, vibrational, my guide just said medicine. I was going to say energy, but yes, it's one and the same. So for many of you, it's a time when you can restore relationships, bring balance. Two of Cups. See the full moon? So the month of May is ushered in by a full moon. I think it's the 26th of April. There was a full moon in Scorpio. So go look into that. See what the aspects were all about. The male part of the equation is transforming. That's what the blue garment is for. The female is dressed in her passion. They are communicating telepathically. They are simply being together in a very quiet moment, allowing the sacred light, the waters, if you will, of the full moon to illuminate them. The tower in the background was built for Merlin, that's the fellow there, by his sister, who was attempting to help Merlin heal himself after being just severely burnt out and kind of losing his way. He needed a lot of perspective, a lot of doors to come and go. So, all of that is sort of allegory. You'll understand, my guides are saying. All right, so I'm going to pull these out in the order that they're coming. So the next one is this one. Thank you, Spirit. See that? Look, ooh. This is about the courtship of art. It's about removing obstacles. Most people know all the things that readers say. My guides are on a thread and they're continuing there. So it's time definitely to get with the loved ones in your life, to remove any obstacles that may be happening within the connection. It might be within you. That's why that's why you have to get with the council and use ethereal touch. Dream about what you want from your connections. This is how you utilize the radiant energy that you have to move love energy forward. And it is a state of being. Love is a state of consciousness. It is not about a relationship, not anymore. We are moving very, very rapidly into change and manifestation into the 4D, the 5D, and the higher dimensions. Some of us already walk in both places. It's an experience that I'm having. It can be quite a challenge to manage it. This couple, they were attempting to marry. There was somebody who was jealous standing in the way, and they used some magic in a way to remove the energy, remove the blockage. So I won't get into the backstory. There's a fairy tale with all of these cards, but that's what the guides are advising you to do. This is really beautiful, Aries. It's getting me, I'm really feeling the emotion of it. So 5 of Swords. It's quite beautiful if you look at this card. Do you see how the blood of the heart chakra wound is trickling down into the stream of life? That's what this story is really about. These two warriors were locked in battle because of a curse or a spell. And basically they had to duel to the death, fight to the death. Every day. One of them died. Night would come. The other one would tend to the wounds. They would grieve that death, that little blue death. If you don't know what little blue death is, look it up on the web. And then the next day that person would reawaken and they would start again. And they were locked in this. So there's some kind of battle going on. Part of it is just our nature. Can't remember if I said it, but I'm an Aries rising. It's just our nature as an Aries, right? We're just forward motion all the time with an urgency that causes us to be impatient, quick to anger many of us, etc., etc., etc. You know, I don't need to tell you, right? You experience your life. So my guides are talking about the meditation circle. So if you come to the meditation circle, we talk about all these things. We have our moment where we reach out to the council with our vibration, and then we chat about our lives and our challenges. It's a wonderful community, so please come join us. So there is some blockage, perhaps in your life, in the areas where you are attempting to love. Maybe it's about you and a partner. Look at the love relationship readings that will be out on the 1st. Take a look at the ones that are published for April, and go to Patreon, look at all the extendeds, and you'll have some deeper understanding. But there's something going on in your life. It's time to move it forward. It's time to move your ability forward and go into the dream time. Contact the council to ask for assistance, leveling up in a sense, moving into the next vibrational pathway that you're meant to follow. And that is what they want you to be dreaming about. It's quite beautiful, actually. So we see it displayed in the cards. All right, let's see what was next, Spirit. This. So this is exactly what I just said. This is beautiful. This is the 6 of Pentacles. It's exactly about reaching out to the Sacred Council to ask for assistance in order to gain more balance in your life. Quite beautiful. Thank you, Spirit, so much. What comes next? Wow, this is powerful. Aries, you're going to have a wonderful month. The Challenger of Will is the energy that brings you from your 3D reality. This is the energy you have to work with. That's why the Oracle cards are coming out the way they are. That's the Devil card. And in this deck, it is about challenging your will. If you study the Devil card, you will know by the illustration that the 2 people that are chained to the Devil's pedestal have enough slack at the chain to just simply lift it off their head and walk away. That's why it challenges your will. So the Devil card is a bastardization from ancient days. In the Celtic world, the sacred god of the forest, of the land, of the people was Cernunnos. That was an antlered god that lived in the forest. Here we see the color of blue. Again, transmutation happening. That's what's going on. And the transmutation happens when the soul above meets, challenges, heals, and releases its fears, one at a time. That's what your soul is meant to be doing. That's why it's a challenge to your will. And we see the snake shedding, biting, so to speak, and shedding its skin. Okay, my guides are saying the snake is having a query with the sacred earth entity. It's very interesting. Go see where the earth elements are in your chart. We see a snake, and in the other hand, a torque, which is a form of ancient jewelry. So it's about the mystical realm. Snake is about the fire shaman who can endure many snake bites. It's a fascinating array of cards. So clearly there's something that needs to change. For many of you, we're talking about a particular love relationship. For some of you, we're just talking about, my guides are correcting me again. They're saying it is about the wider aspect of your life in general. This will also have applications to your love attempts, my guide said, what you call relationships, meaning the way you try to align yourself and entwine yourself with each other. That's why it's lined up this way. So in my readings, always look at the columns, look at the rows, and look where the energy goes on the diagonal. So we see here this courtship of art, 3 of Cups, a challenge, perhaps, in a relationship between 2 people. Maybe this is going on. Energy moves upwards through the card that indicates balance. And it is accompanied on one side by the challenging of your will, and on the other by the Ace of Cups. That is the sacred goddess Simius. She is chanting upon the chalice in order to bring forward the factors of beauty, the factors of Venus, peace, love, devotion, the arts, all the beautiful things in life. So, thank you, Spirit. I love the way they're pulling the cards today. Look at that. So, this is your human life. These are the indicators that affect what is below and what is above. So, this is the soul line, first card. Something happening on the new moon in May for you, Aries. Go look. Look at the astrology as indicated. This is a prophecy. It's an augury about knowledge, earthly knowledge. It's about being imbued with knowledge from the sacred realm. So if you look closely at the card, just below the new moon, there's a portal, what appears to be a portal. And the light is coming through. It's illuminating the stone. That is the stone of destiny, the Lee of Veil, that exists at the sacred ancient site of Tara. It is the place where kings were coronated in the ancient days. That is the goddess Morfessa. She is the goddess of the sacred places. She also is involved in a very intense form of transmutation, right down to her hair, which is turning gray and purple. So she touches the stone of her destiny. She is then able to shine the knowledge and, okay, my guides are saying things like knowledge, the brilliance, the energy, the frequency down upon the earth, to share it with others, to illuminate her own pathway and the pathway of those that she comes in contact with. This is the Ace of Pentacles. So there are a lot of major arcana on the table, a lot going on, very powerful month. So when removing these blockages in your human life, by releasing the fears that may be standing between you and someone else while you try to manifest the bringing of love energy, my guides are saying, through the dream time, by getting in touch with the council, Six of Pentacles, for help and balance. What you experience in your human life is directly related through a specific pathway with your soul intention. That's what this is all about. If you're not familiar with my readings and you're new, or if I haven't explained it in a while, that's, my guy just said, that's my gig. That's what I'm doing here. So when you reach this prophecy about the capacity for soul transition, soul growth, increased frequency vibration that you're able to tolerate in the 3D in your human life, by releasing your fears, it moves things forward. It's going to bring things to the surface, I believe. It's really going to bring things to the surface. And because you're going to acutely feel the wounds that you cause, the injuries that you have inside of you at the heart chakra, I think this month of May is going to push your buttons, quite honestly, in a really good way. So if you can just, thank you, Spirit, stand with the council. Go to the council. When this comes up, it's going to come up for most of you, very definitely. This is what the month is for, because April really just jumbled us all up. It's a really, it was a very hot month, a lot of breakups, a lot of new relationships coming forward. So basically, in April, either you broke up or you fixed it. That's, of course, this is a general reading, but generally that was the energy when it comes to life and times and love and things like that. So you're going to be doing a lot of repair, and the repair is happening inside of you, Aries. Okay. So when you reach this moment, this prophecy comes forward about illumination, self-actualization due to spiritual, my guides are saying the word ascension. And there's the next step, the 10 of Pentacles. And in this deck, again, mystical deck, we see the person dressed in blue again, another male figure standing in front of the Akashic records, the sacred bowl of all existence. The angels, the ascended masters, You make a discovery. Something's going to happen. And I love, thank you, Spirit, so much for the way this is aligned with this. Do you see how the progression's going to go? It's given me a chill. It has the potential to be a really beautiful month if you're willing to do the work. First, inside yourself, with the council in the dream time, take a deep look. Aries, how do you behave? My guys are talking to me about me. So, it's true for all of us. That is the Six of Wands. Beautiful, isn't it? Co-creating with the universe what is meant to come. Using the energy, the radiant energy of the fire aspect. Uranium, shocking, shift and change, forward movement, freedom from that. Freedom from that. It's really beautiful. Thank you, Spirit, so much. So you're going to be able to be having victory in your realm, my guides are saying, in the month of May. Okay, here's the outcome. See? The cards are popping up out of the deck just like the crystals that are popping up out of the ground in front of my little cottage. Okay, warrior. Aries, because you are a warrior. The guides picked the cards in a very specific manner. So the outcome for your reading is the warrior of art. That is, my guides always call him the prince, which would be the page, but actually this is the Knight of Cups. You will be doing artful warriorship. See the energy bubbling up out of his hands? He has no shoes, he has no armor. That is the sacred passage tomb at Newgrange in Ireland. It is a place where souls are put to rest, so that on the solstice they can rise again, travel back out into the universe. So there, basically the guides are saying we see another male figure completely finished with their transmutation, standing renewed, ready to use the radiant energy of the Aries aspect and transform it into warriorship for the furtherance of love energy, the entity of love as a frequency here on this planet. That's where we're all going. That's what 4D, 5D, 7D, my guides are saying 12D, that's what it's all about, okay? So Aries, beautiful reading. Thank you so much for everything you're doing, for all your efforts, for being here with me and for being here with my guides. We both truly appreciate it. And come visit us on Patreon for the extended reading. We're going to look a little deeper, pull some runes, look into some of the texts. Okay, thanks, Aries. Hugs and kisses to everyone. And remember, you are your purpose, nothing else. And this is why. Thanks, Aries. See you again, Goddess willing.